What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to KvltDeFi. This is the channel where we bring you really the latest and greatest in innovations in tech in decentralized finance. More specifically on Pulsechain, and even more specifically in the DevJacob ecosystem on Pulsechain. I'm happy to be back. I was out last week. Basically, it was a midterm break here, and we had some visitors and a whole week of festivities and palaver and fun. So it was good, but it's good to be back. Things happen so fast in the crypto world that I was checking in the Telegram when I could, and I was checking on X when I could, but I wasn't able to catch up on anybody's streams. I wasn't able to stream myself, and Jesus Christ, it feels like it feels like the world has changed. It feels like the world has changed. It's quite interesting. I spent a lot of yesterday and I spent a lot of today going through, catching up with everything in the Telegram, stuff that I really sort of missed when I was glancing through. And there is some stuff to get through, right? So we will manage to get through all of that. As you know, what we like to do here is sort of go through all of the ecosystem projects that we have going, and sort of discuss where we are, really. Some of them have updates, some of them don't have updates. So it's really just about checking in with you guys and see how you're all doing. If you are here, please do me a favor, like and subscribe, right? Obviously, it costs you nothing but a couple of clicks, a little bit of time, but it really does help me. Please engage with the chat. I'd like to have a chat with some of you guys as we keep going. But yeah, it's good to be back. Exciting times, right? Because tonight, or today, in America, you have a pretty big decision to make. Pretty big decision, and depending on how that decision goes, it probably, it's going to really affect what we do here, right? And what we do here is talk about things that are really cool and near and dear to our hearts, which is the world of cryptocurrency, right? So I saw people arguing on I've seen a lot of people arguing on X. I've seen a few people arguing on Telegram regarding this upcoming election. Which party is going to win? Who's going to win? Why do we like this person? Why do we not like this person? All that sort of stuff, all the good stuff, And it's very, very interesting. It's very interesting what's going on, but you never know, right? The decision could be made in a few hours, or it might be one of those things where we have to wait for a few days, count all the votes, get them all in. I don't really know how it goes about contesting votes, but I will try to find some live thing on YouTube tonight, because I'm aware that now in America it's like, I don't know, 5 o'clock in the afternoon for most of you guys somewhere. But it'll be very interesting to know, because what I'd like to do is maybe set up to find a live stream where I can actually see what's going on, and I might, if I'm awake, basically, because it'll be early hours in the morning for me. If I'm still awake, I might do another stream and literally just sort of, like a reaction video type thing. I thought about doing it. I thought that might be kind of cool. Let's jump into the chat, see who we have. We have Xanon, Sniff. I'm guessing that was from Archie's video earlier, right? Because as we know, the Colombian marching powder is something very important to Mafia. And it's going to be very important in this game too. So that's why it's there, yes. We got Wookie in the house. Hey, Wookie, how you doing, brother? Yes, vote. Okay, Wookie says vote Trump. I wonder why he's saying that. But you can't vote, right? Because you are you're down under, right? You're down in New Zealand. So, but hey, you never know. Apparently, I heard now. I don't really know if this is true, but apparently I heard that like voter ID has been cancelled in some states. Technically, doesn't that kind of mean that anyone can just rock up and just vote if they don't ask for any sort of IDs or anything? But I'm pretty sure you would have to have voted before, or you maybe have to just give them fill out a form. So you would need some sort of, I don't know. I don't really know how it all works. Here we go. Yes. Hello, Zan. Yes. Hey. If dead people can vote, there's no reason we can't vote. There you go. Right. There you go. It'll be, honestly, I think tomorrow will be a very interesting day to find out either way, whoever wins, what they're going to try and contest it with, right? It is, but I mean, if what we take as face value for us in the crypto world, right, it seems that one candidate is very pro crypto, actually having their own crypto project coming out. I don't think it's launched yet, and another one who doesn't. So we'll have to wait and see. Algo, it's coming soon. Algo, we will get to Algo, but Algo will be, I honestly believe that once all the ducks are lined up in a little row, and we'll talk about all those little duckies too. When all those ducks are lined up in a row, then I think that, I mean, I say it, other people say it, but I truly believe it, that I think that a protocol like Algo, algorithmic stablecoin, which really fixes all the problems that hinder stablecoins really through stability miners and a multi-token ecosystem. I think it's a winner. I think it's a winner, boys and girls. I really do. And what we hear, another one, vote Trump. Yeah, hey, listen, if that's your thing, that's your thing. I am not going to get political at all on this stream, but I know who I would like to win, and I'm pretty sure the majority of people in crypto want to win. Does that mean you have to give away your vows? I was chatting to someone, or someone was messaging the other day, and I saw, and they actually took a step back from crypto for a while because of all this pro-Trump stuff, and they were like, look, yes, okay, like, you know, you can say that we need it for crypto and you need it for your money, but it's like, is that kind of selling your soul? But yeah, interesting point of view, but you know, and should have done it first. We need Algo. We do need Algo. We really do need Algo, but we need infrastructure for Algo, right? Algo, if anything, Algo really needs an Oracle, like it really does, because obviously it's priced. We need to make sure, we need, you know, so many of our protocols need an Oracle, right? So let's get to the Oracle part then, I guess. I will start by sharing this little screen here, so you can all see. I'm pretty sure now everyone watching this has seen this before, but we'll have a look again, right? This is the Oracle they were waiting for, right? This is Signum Oracle. Signum Oracle was developed by some of the boys at Tetra Labs, and they are going through testing. I was chatting with Stu today to find out about updates, and he said that yes, right now contracts are in audit, waiting for them to come back. He said there's some quite interesting things coming around about the RNG. We'll get to that in a second. But he thinks that we're getting closer and closer. We just have to wait and see, right? If Algo is something that you're interested, you might participate in yourself, because, you know, obviously, same as being a validator, if you are a reporter for Signum, you get rewarded in the Signum protocol tokens, right? Having those tokens, if, you know, if everything goes well and this project really takes off, and, you know, it has a lot of customers, if you like, the customers, i.e. being projects that utilize it, then there can be quite a lot of money to be made. I think it was Fast Abdul was the one that said, it was a while ago now, a couple of months ago, I think, he said that he believes that being a reporter for Signum would generate you more income than being a validator for Pulse Chain. So if that's your thing, literally all you got to do to go in and test this thing out is stick in your wallet address into this little claim box here, and it will give you 75,000 of their test tokens. Now, listen, bear in mind, those test tokens don't get filled by anyone. You can't buy them off any DEX, and if you know, because they have no value, right? They're just literally it's testnet. So yeah, you can go in there. You can jump into their Telegram. You can see they've got a Telegram button here. Jump into their Telegram, ask some questions. It's literally a couple of clicks, and you can be set up as a reporter, right? And obviously, positive reporters get rewarded, negative reporters get chastised, right? So you got to be careful with that and make sure that you're playing ball and doing the right thing. If you are here on X, go and have a look at their Twitter. If you are here on X, please do us a favor, share this around, right? Like RT and comment, please comment. And I ask you guys all the time, and I don't really see it happening a lot, but when I put up posts and when other people put up posts, we get lots of likes, we get lots of RTs. Boom, perfect. Thanks very much for that. That's a good start, right? Because what we really need is to get this awareness out there. In the comment section, tag some people who you believe would like to come over to have a look in some of our projects, and make, you know, realistically tag people that you believe that we would like over on this side too, right? If you have an idea, if you think this would be, any of these projects would be great for other people, whether you're your friends or you're part of your own community, or if it's someone that you just think, my God, these guys have to see a project like this, tag them. So that they can see us, and also we can see them, because I have no problem. I will talk to anyone. I will reach out to everybody. Right? I'm not shy at all. Literally, the reason that I do this is because I try to really garner awareness for all Jacob ecosystem projects, and because I want to see Pulsechain succeed. Right? I want to see Pulsechain succeed. Now, let's take a step back from where we are now. I really want to see Pulsechain succeed. The only way we're going to get there is if we have a bunch of amazing protocols. I think we have them. I think we have them, and I think there are other ones out there too, right? I know, and I believe that there are other ones coming down the line. Actually, when I talk to people, and when I do research on X, Telegram, and all that, I really do. I go really quite deep. And I talk to people. People tell me about projects. People tell me about ideas that they have for projects that might be coming along the line. Oh, maybe this year, next year, or the year after, whatever. So it's really important that we do all that research, do all that knowledge, and we need to grow our community in general, right? There are a hell of a lot of projects on Pulsechain that are waiting for this Oracle, right? So we need this Oracle to come around pretty quick. Regarding timeframes, okay, we know Stu said that when I did a live with him, Stu said that there was going to be 3 more steps. I think it was now getting things out of audit, getting the RNG done, and then moving on to the pre-sale. I think the pre-sale was coming along, and then after that, then it was going to be going to launch, right? Mainnet launch. Now, number 1, the things are in audit right now. Usually, that takes a couple of weeks by what people tell me, right? I've never actually put anything to audit, but people tell me it usually takes a couple of weeks, so we should be getting that back anytime soon. Regarding the RNG, we need the RNG for basically everything that we're doing, right? We need it if we want to launch any more games onto casinos. We need it if we want to do anything with Mafia. We need it if we want to do anything with PUSD Algo. We need it. We really need it if we want to do anything with post predicts, right? With price calls, because we need those good reporters to be feeding this data in as fast as possible, right, for us, and we need pretty quick transaction times, which means we need pretty quick block times, right? I'm not sure at the second, the way Teller is set up, and I don't know how much Stu has done about this. I haven't actually asked him. It might be worth actually speaking to him again on stream. Actually, I think I'll reach out to him again and ask to do that. But regarding the block times, we need very quick block times, and I'm not sure Teller is set up that way. So it might be that Signum won't be set up that way initially so even if we do get Signum out and it's launched and we can utilize some of its functionality, we might not be able to get the full package, and that would add a little bit of time scale to what we're doing and what we're hoping to do, right? But we have our own RNG for BNB pot, and some of the smaller games that we use, we have those sort of things. Some of the bigger games, that we want to bring on board, we're going to have to wait until there's really more functionality. So do your best, do your part to speak to the Signum boys, right? Help them out. If we can help them to get to where they need to be, then we get the reward when they're there, right? So it's really important to be doing that. So literally all you have to do, stick in your wallet address here, claim some free tokens, go into the Telegram, set up and become a reporter, and help the boys and girls out over there, right? If you're watching this on YouTube, please share this around, and please help me out with the algorithm by comments. I respond to comments. I love comments, and what I really like is if we could get to a stage. I think in a perfect world for me, it would be great if some of the conversations that we see over in the Telegram all the time, it'd be great to see people having those sort of conversations on the YouTube comments too, because more people are watching this. More people watch this stuff on YouTube than we realize. There's actually quite a lot of numbers out there, and a lot of those people aren't really subscribed. When I look at my own analytics, a lot of them aren't subscribed, and I think that's down to the fact that they're just scrolling and they come across it, right? So what better way to get an introduction to what the community is like is by reading some of the comments down there. If some of the comments are like the Mafia related ones where it gets a bit heated, so be it. I don't mind that either, all right? So yes, go and help the Signum boys out and do your bit. Okay, now I want to talk about something which is very near and dear to my own heart. This is BNB pot, right? BNB pot, we all know, as I said on previous streams, it's not going to be, nothing else is going to really be done with this at this stage because everything is going to be brought under one house. On-chain, actually, I spoke to Jacob earlier today, and I didn't ask him about on-chain. It completely slipped my mind. So I'll have to do another one about that. But actually, what I'm going to do, I decided, instead of just doing all the clips, which I do for these videos, because I did a bunch of, oh my God, I did a bunch of clips about 3 weeks ago. I cut up 3 or 4 videos, and I was looking through them this morning. I was going to set them all up scheduling, and some of the news is already outdated. So is it kind of worth putting them up? I don't know. You guys let me know. Should I just be posting stuff or? But what I want to do a dedicated video to the casino projects for sure. Dedicated video to PSD Algo. I already actually have. I've started, and I spoke to Jacob, and he said for the moment, don't put them up because we were trying to concentrate more on Mafia. But they're kind of halfway there and ready to go, so I might as well just start rocking and rolling with it. You're going to be seeing a lot more of me regarding actual short form videos, like like less than 10 minutes that I can just post up because they're great for sharing around as well as the clips and stuff like that. I'm actually going to try and get back into doing the YouTube shorts as well. I was enjoying those for a while, but Jesus, they're actually a hell of a lot of work actually for a minute's worth of content. They can take 5, 6, 7 hours or 8 hours just to get rock and rolling with them. But hey, it's not that we don't have the time, right? We're not going anywhere. We have literally, I would say, until could be this time next year. Oh my God, if we get a proper year of bullishness, that'd be great. You guys let me know. Wookie, what do you think? How long do we have left in this bull market, right? Because it hasn't really started yet. We don't really know. I mean, if you look at BNB talking about itself, I mean that's done what? From its low, it's done maybe a 5x from its low, and I think there's a hell of a lot more room for it. So we'll have to just wait and see. And lastly, if you are watching this on Twitch, thank you very much for watching on Twitch. Please interact as much as you can. Let me know, right? Let me know how it goes because I really want to start doing more and more and more. Here we go. We got a comment here. Be lazy. What do you say? Be lazy. Just cut a good minute for shorts. No, that's cheating. I'm talking about actually doing like a dedicated short. Like literally. Like if you look on the YouTube channel, you'll see I've done a few shorts already, and I like doing them. Regarding clipping the content from here, I can do that too, but I want to try and I really like those quick edit shorts. They're really, really well done. They've got a lot of like B-roll stuff in there and voiceovers and stuff like that. But it's the quick snap editing that really, really takes a hell of a lot of time. So yes, this is BNB pot, right? BNB pot. This is the BNB table. We can see here because I remember when I started highlighting this, I think there was 370, I want to say 360, 370,000 BNB tokens available. That number has gone down quite a lot, so I'm assuming people are winning, right? When I look here, well, we got let's have a look at 1.1, but okay, so we can have a look here. So $50, $40, $20, $20, $200, $200. Yeah, basically $200. Yeah, so some people actually come in here and play properly. They come in and play. Yeah, look. So if roulette is your thing, now this roulette table, if you were in Mafia, if you're playing in Mafia, right? Mafia is going to really have something very similar to this. If you want a roulette table in Mafia, look at this for reference, right? This is really, really, really cool. I love how this is set up. I love the smart contracts behind it. I think it's absolutely shit hot, right? It really, really is. So this, like Pulsepot, this has got its own jackpot game. This actually has a Powerball too. And like I told you, the Powerball is coming to Mafia. In Mafia, there will be, I don't know if it's weekly, twice a week, or every 2 weeks, right? But there is going to be, let's just say weekly, there's going to be like a weekly Powerball lottery that you can play in Mafia. And that's going to be pretty much open for every player that's in there, right? So just imagine, I don't know now, it's probably going to be in-game currency, right? So you would literally put in your in-game currency, and similar to the way jackpot works, right? So the jackpot wheel, literally as many players as want to can enter that 3-minute round. Let's say you have 2 players, they both put in $100. That's a 50-50 chance minus the fee, right? So it's a 50-50 chance. If there's 10 players in there and they all put in 10, right? So then you've got 10% chance. Now imagine if you've got 10 people in there and one person puts in $50 and the other 5 only put in $10, right? So that guy has a 50% chance of taking the whole pot, right? Now imagine on Powerball over on Mafia, and imagine that you've got a few thousand players, right? Then it becomes an actual like a Powerball. Now, will it get to the stage where we have 1,000 people all exactly betting the same amount? No, not at all. But there are whales out there. We know there are whales, you know, and we know that with whales, let's just say the jackpot gets to, now if it's in-game currency, let's just say, because we don't know the ratios yet, but let's say there's 10 million, no, not 10 million, Jesus Christ, we need to go a bit bigger than that. Let's just say the weekly Powerball on thing is 1 billion in-game tokens, right? 1 billion in-game currency, $1 billion worth of in-game currency every week. There are going to be some whales out there who might put up 50% of that to try and get 50% chance. But I saw on Pulsepot today, I'll share Pulsepot. I saw on Pulsepot today, I hope it's still here, still showing. No, it's not. It's gone. Okay, so there was a guy. Actually, I created a Twitter post about it. So if you're over on X, have a look. Some guy today put in. He put in. I think he put in like $22 and change, and in a 3-minute spin on jackpot, he won $407. Right, so he won with a 5.5% chance of winning, and he was betting with Pulse. There was one other bettor in there that bet with Pulse X, and then the lion's share of that pot, someone put in 20 billion teddy bear tokens, and right, and I think that was worth like $280 or something. So literally, someone put in $280, had obviously the lion's share of the chance of winning, and the little guy with 5.5% walked away with it. I think that is excellent. I love to see that happen. Obviously, if you're the guy that put in the $20 billion or the 20 billion bear, sorry about that, but that's the name of the game. Yeah, I just thought that was another perfect little win. One thing I have to say, right, jackpot so far, if we look here, so far there's been 60,608 rounds of jackpot played this year, basically since 7th of January, so it's almost a year. 60,000, right? 60,000 rounds of jackpot. The jackpot game still goes on. The jackpot game still burns. And what exactly has it burned? Let's have a look. So we have burned 4.76% of all of the PLSP tokens that will ever exist. 4.76% are gone, right? So it's basically 47,000 tokens, right? That. Now, if we look also actually, right, so let's look. So the price, it says on here, the price, current price is $1.36. So that burn equates to $64,000. But remember, we had a high, I think it was $28. So when we get back to, at least when we go back to the all-time high, which is peanuts away, really, because if you think about it, right, Jacob sets up the liquidity pools so perfectly on nearly all of his launches that it's easy to move the price. It's easy to move the price up, and it's also easy to move the price down, right? So bear in mind. So if you look at any of the charts and stuff like that, it's literally a couple of good hours, a couple of big players, and we're absolutely flying off to the races again, right? So I actually think it's really cool. I'm so bullish on the casino projects just because I see the amount of gambling that you guys do. right? It's just in crypto in general, like everybody in crypto has a little flutter, because what you do, you buy some tokens, don't you? You buy tokens. Actually, I will take that down for a second, because there we go. And stop sharing. There we go. Right. Yeah. So we can see already, right, that one of the most bullish things about being in crypto, I think, is that you can play as safe as you can play as unsafe as you want, right? You can play very short term. You can be, you can be doing your day trading or whatever, or you can play it long term and you can just do the hodl thing, right? It's horses for courses. It's up to you guys, whatever you want to do. I can tell you that I like a long term play in this, because I really believe that we're still kind of really in the infancy of all of this, and especially over here in Pulse Chain. Look, we've got so many good people over in Pulse Chain, so many good builders who are building all the time, right? And I know the infrastructure is still being built. When we're building the city ready for when the masses come. That's absolutely my feeling about it, right? I know that the last couple of weeks, there's been a hell of a lot going on with the Titan X guys over in Ethereum. There's been a hell of a lot of new protocols over there. Those guys are absolutely rocking. But something as well to remember is those guys, basically, I mean, I don't know all of them. I know a few of them, but those guys are Hex people, right? They're Pulse people. So they're doing all that stuff over there. Will we see that trickle over onto Pulse Chain? For sure, because we've even seen it already with Kool-Aid and Pulsar and GIF, right? Pulsar is working its way. Is going to be a way to bridge things over as well. There's talks as well. Kula has some. Kula, he's a pretty clever cookie. He's got some pretty good ideas on how Pulsar can work with Mafia, for example. I don't know if I mentioned that last time. I think I did, so it's not new news. But that can be pretty cool, right? What's coming on? But it's, oh man, there's so much going on, and I know a lot of people are thinking like, oh, are we running out of time? Because there's a hell of a lot to do in a short period of time, but there really isn't, right? Because the bull market hasn't really even started yet. We still have a lot of time. And like I said, I'm in this for the long term. So cycles come and go. I was here the last one, I'm here this one, and I'll be here for the next one, right? And it's all good fun. So just hold your horses, hold tight, and batten down the hatches if that's your thing, or start getting your, letting your freak flags fly, as they say, ready for this bull market. Do whatever you have to do. But I'm happy to say there's like things like the casino projects. The casino projects they're just going to do well when people have money, right? And everyone's bitching right now about not having so much money, or invested in this. I'm waiting for this. Bull market hasn't started yet. I saw on X. I saw on X yesterday, I think it was, a bunch of people saying there's there's some protocols out there that are dead. Even though I know that, I'm not going to call out any of these projects. They're not our project, but I'm not going to call out any of these projects, as long as that's fair. But there was some people on X having an argument yesterday about said project, saying that, oh, we were waiting for this, waited 18 months or 2 years. I think there was a sacrifice for it. I don't know. Back when all the sacrifices were happening for Pulse Chain, and sacrifices went on, and things were still not here, right? Things are still not here. That's just the way it is, man. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I could turn around and say, like Richard Hart said, hey, software is hard, right? Could say that. Could say, you sacrificed. Got to grit your teeth and get through it. Patience is really the key. Patience, grasshopper. Patience. Just kind of the way it is. There's no point in stressing out over it. I mean, that's easier said than done, though, isn't it? I mean, look, I'm guilty of this too. I want everything to be here. I want things to be working. I want to start having fun. with a lot of the projects that I've been talking about and been thinking about for a while, you know. But hey, we'll get there in the end. We'll get there in the end. And the bull market hasn't started yet. And look, there is plenty of money out there if you know where to look, right? If you know where to look, there's plenty of money out there. Even as we saw, the guy today, $23 into $400 in 3 minutes. And he disappeared, right? Because I see on the game that he didn't play another round. So that was it. Maybe he was out. But hey, this is not financial advice, and I don't condone gambling. So you do you. I hope that everyone watching this is big enough and bold enough and old enough to look. You make your own mistakes and you make your own wins. It's up to you how you manage it. Okay, it's not anyone else's fault. Simple as that. Until it is someone else's fault. But I think we've been very, very lucky actually over on Pulse Chain at the moment. We've been just over a year. I think we're very lucky. We haven't really seen that many rogues or anything, right? Some few bad actors along the way, but realistically, nothing bad has really happened. I think we're okay. The Richard Hart court case that happened a few days ago. Great turnout for that. I have to say, hey, I want to shout out. All right, you probably never see this, but I don't know. I want to shout out RH Max for doing his stream on that. That was really, really good stuff. I want to thank Coffee, Matt, Crypto Coffee, for streaming live before and after. That was really, really cool. I want to thank Mr. Pirate, RG Pirate, for doing the same. Axis did the same as well. There was a lot of people talking about it, right? I've probably forgotten a bunch, right? Because I didn't catch up with all the stream, but I just saw a few guys were out there. Great turn up. I thought everyone was supposed to be suited and booted, right? Everyone was talking about that. Everyone was saying suited and booted, come and represent. Some people were a bit underdressed. In the previous life, when I used to wear suits and stuff like that, you would have been sent home. You would have been sent home if you weren't. The dress code wasn't to my standard. He says as he's sitting here wearing a hoodie. But hey, those suit days are long behind me, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. And yeah, I hated wearing a suit myself. Actually, I hated it. Not really my thing. Not really my thing. I'm a metal guy, you know. Suits aren't really my thing. But yeah, so that's that. Right, so that was Richard Hart court case. Hey, follow Nuclear Herbs on X. If you haven't already, follow Nuclear Herbs on X because he is our post-chain law guy, right? I don't know if he's still a practicing lawyer. I know that he was, but I don't know if he is anymore. Or a solicitor, as you guys might say in the UK. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. But follow him because he has all the news, right? That's really that. He kind of really is your one-stop shop. Whenever, just follow him. He doesn't post a lot. Follow him and hit the notifications on his X because you will get all the information, right? Because he pushes it up all the time, and we need to know really what's going on. Richard Hart didn't say anything about the case. I didn't see. Like I say, I'm still kind of catching up because really I went off radar for a while, and I needed it too. It was a nice little break. Yeah, so that's where we are with the casinos. The casino project, I'm going to do a dedicated video on the casino project because when on-chain comes around, I'm privy to some information that you're not, and I can tell you, like I say, I don't believe you have enough BNB. I don't believe you have enough PLSP, and I don't believe you have enough Predict. Right? Actually, speaking of Predict, let's talk about Predict because we know that there was a little bet on Predict that was put up. Interesting stuff. This was stagnant for a while, and I'm not gonna. I mean, okay, I'll admit it. I was a little bit not concerned. Concerned's the wrong word. What is the right word? No, it wasn't concerned, but really, I was looking at this and I was like, okay, the betting numbers are kind of low for a while. It didn't move for a long time. And I think it didn't move for a long time because, like always, people just wait until the last second. Right? People just wait until the last second. Well, we can see here, look, so really up until about 3 hours ago, up until about 3 hours ago, these numbers were reversed, right? We can see here that Donald Trump is now the favorite to win, right? But he wasn't for a long time on these numbers. We can see here, look, geez, someone's put up $1,000, $700, 555. I like that. 55555. $500, $400, $300. Pretty cool. And look, one thing, anyone that's watching this that doesn't know about PulsePredict, right? PulsePredict is a platform which is a spin-off of the casino projects that we had, where you can bet, you can do sports betting, you can actually bet on things using your favorite cryptos, right? If you look down here, you can see that on the left-hand side, so we had 61 players are betting for Donald Trump, right? We can see here, look, somebody bet with Hex, somebody bet with Pulse, somebody bet with PLSP, Pulsepot, somebody bet with PDI. What else is down here? Did I just see did I just skip past an incentive token? Yes, incentive token, right? So you can bet using your favorite cryptos. and yeah, for a long time, Trump was really losing. That again could be like this false sense of security thing. You know, a lot of people are probably betting, saying, "I'll just wait and see what this is. I'll wait and see what it's like." But I was looking around in the Telegram. If you haven't already, go over and join Telegram. It's PulsePredict.io. Actually, t.me/PulsePredict.io. Go and have a look at that. Actually, I put this banner up too, because we'll be talking about Mafia in a minute. Right? But yeah, PulsePredict. So basically what PulsePredict allows you to do, we can go in and set up bets. And we've done so far, we did the Ben Armstrong first fight. That was great. That was a good night. There was a lot of fights on the bill. We did a lot of the UFCs. We did March Madness, the basketball tournament. We've done some UEFA stuff. We've done, UEFA. We've done Champions League, that sort of thing, right? That's one part of PulsePredict. Another part of PulsePredict is price call betting, right? Another reason why we absolutely need the Oracle infrastructure in place so that we can manage huge amounts of people that are coming and doing price calls, huge amounts of betting that's going on, right? Because we think, and I think this myself, I think that PulsePredict, the price call betting, not just the sports stuff is great, but I think the price call betting is such a massive opportunity that we have, because everybody watching this, everyone in crypto does price calls. You do price calls in your head, or else why would you buy what you're going to buy unless you think it's going to go up or down, right? So if you really do that, and you do your TA and your TA person, you have a following, and you know, or a lot of people out there I know that they sell these TA courses and like, hey, you know, send me $500 and I'll show you how to become a day trader in 30 minutes, you know, all that kind of stuff. If you follow these people, like follow TA people, and some TA people are actually pretty good, right? Depending on the token, right? You can't really do TA on tokens that are too early. And you can't really do proper TA on tokens that are too small, like market cap wise, because all it takes is one person with some serious bags to come in and all your TA is gone out the window because they're just manipulating the price of a token, right? But with PulsePredict, if you are someone who's pretty good at TA and you're trying to build up your following as a social media content creator or an influencer, or you actually do these courses or whatever, what better way to show people how good you are than by creating on PulsePredict? Because what you can do on PulsePredict, you can actually get onto your leaderboard, right? Click on this. So basically what the leaderboard does, it's all the bets that you put on. And why is that slow? Something is slow. Okay, all the bets that you put on, you actually get onto this leaderboard, so people can actually see how good you are at making these predictions, right? And the predictions are Okay, wow, have a look. All right, so we can see here, so global rank leaderboard. We can see here that there's 4,251 ranked players so far. Wow, pretty cool. Number one global rank person is someone called Black Girl. They have a 75% win rate on the prize called bets that they do. And they've created a total of 323 bets. Out of those 323 bets, they're up right now $1,700. Right? Now, someone who has a 75% win rate with that many bets, I would say they probably know what they're doing, or they've at least they do their research. They follow things along properly. So if that person had their own social media presence, I mean, I actually don't know. I haven't looked. If the person has their own social media presence, if I was interested in doing TA, I would probably look them up, maybe give them a follow, maybe give them a subscribe, maybe give them a high five, right? Because those pretty good numbers, right? So yeah, what better way to show how good you are by doing something like this, by joining this, right? At the end of the day, it helps you. Plus, you earn predict token out of it, right? You earn predict token on this platform by doing stuff on the platform, right? So predict token, we know it's not out yet. There's really no point in launching yet because it's kind of not really doing anything right now, right? Because we still need to make this really work. We need a lot of people using it, and we need all the infrastructure in place to do it, right? But I think this is actually pretty cool. I think it's 75%, 323 bets. It's pretty good going, right? And then what you can do on here, then you can claim predict tokens when the time comes. So basically, all that you've accumulated over that time up to the time we launch, you can just claim them. Okay, but yeah, so that's the TA side, the prediction stuff, and we are going to look at the sports betting again, because the election is tonight, so we know that someone's going to win. Someone's going to win this. I really love the fact that there's a little chat here on the side as well, right? So you can actually chat with other people. I think it's pretty cool. Jake is very fond of that, actually. I know, because we have that on pretty much all the other stuff, and we're going to have it as well on Mafia. That's going to be pretty cool. Yeah, so just in a few short hours, or depending how long it takes us to get the election results, then we'll have to wait and see. But we know that the betting is closed so far for that. But a little bit of news. In 10 days' time, is that changing? Yes. In 10 days' time, there is something pretty big happening. And it is Mike Tyson fighting Jake Paul. You can, here we go, DJ Nexicans in the chat here. He just said, Trump. Hey, it looks like Trump is a favorite to win, according to our polls, right? So we can see in 10 days' time, November the 15th, Jake Paul is fighting Mike Tyson. In about 48 hours, we're going to open the betting for this. Right? So in 48 hours, you'll be able to come along and choose who you think is going to win. Now, I can tell you this. I think Mike Tyson is going to wipe the floor with him, personally. I think Mike Tyson has put in too much work, and he hasn't stopped. He's put in too much work because, obviously, this was delayed. I think that he just wants to mash him up. And I am old enough to remember Mike Tyson started his career. I was very young. I'm not that old. I was very young when he first started in the late 80s. But yeah, I was there throughout his career. I've seen it all, and I just hope he's still got it. I hope he's still Iron Mike. I mean, he is still Iron Mike. That's never going to go away. But seeing I saw some interviews with him and some of the stuff that he's been put out. I think he's still really hungry. I think he's going to get it. And then obviously, actually, if we look down here, we can see that we did actually cover the Fury Usyk fight, right? When that was that was the first one. Was that second one? But they're going to be fighting again soon. That's been announced. So we'll obviously have that up on here as well. But really, we need the infrastructure. Boys and girls, we need infrastructure so we can start doing more of this, right? The vision for this, I always said the vision for this, I think would be great. I mean, I don't know exactly what Jacob's mind is about this, but I think when this has 50 different possible things you can bet on a daily basis. Different matches. Imagine, right? Imagine horse racing. Imagine actually being able to bet in crypto on horse racing on a platform like this. It's just huge, right? And this is part of the casino project, which means that this is going to be part of onchain.bet, right? And when I told you guys that I know stuff that you don't about onchain.bet, I wasn't even talking about things like horse racing because I've never had that discussion with Jacob. But the plan is that onchain.bet will be this all-encompassing kind of everything. Everything. It's going to have everything, and it's going to be great. It's going to be give us infrastructure, and we will build it. Infrastructure, and we will build it, because I think that that is really, that's got an opportunity to really go places. Okay, let's get on to probably now. Some people might not agree with me on this, but arguably this might be my favorite Jacob ecosystem project. Pulsepredict.io. Sorry, PulseChainUSD.io. PulseChainUSD.io is an algorithmic stablecoin that basically keeps its peg by the community doing things by like setting up stability miners, right? In this, right, there is a sacrifice open for this, right? And now I know if you're here and you don't know about this project, if you're watching on X, then the first post on my profile, the pinned post on my profile, you will see is the sacrifice which is open for this, right? So the reason that there's a sacrifice for this, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, is because setting up a stablecoin needs a really thick liquidity to get it launched properly, right? How is it going to really stay there, right? You need super thick liquidity to get it up and going, you know, and so we need to raise money for it that way, right? And really, the sacrifice is not money in our pockets. The sacrifice really is, it's like 80% of the sacrifice funds are going to be put into the liquidity as soon as it goes live, and the rest is going to be towards development, right? Because it has to be shit hot. But if you sacrifice, this is the example I give, okay, when I talk about it, because there's a few different accelerators on the sacrifice. So if you're watching this and you want to know more about it, head over to PulseChainUSD.io first, have a look, right? Have a look around. Just, I think actually, even if you type it in on YouTube, you'll be able to see some of the interviews that Jacob has done regarding this a while back. But if you go into actually, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can just have a look in the description. There's a referral link in there. But okay, if you sacrifice, you get a referral link. You can share that referral link around to let people know about it. And if they use your referral link, when you get your referral link, you get anywhere from actually, I don't remember where the bottom is, but it goes all, I think it's a 1.1 to 20%. It was 20%, wasn't it? Yeah, it's up to 20% bonus. So if, for example, so I have a sacrifice link which is out there, which is 20%. So it's the maximum bonus you can get. Okay, so if you sacrifice, for example, let's say $5,000. If you sacrifice $5,000, you will get an extra $1,000 on your sacrifice, right? But if you sacrifice over $1,000, then you get a second multiplier, and that multiplier is from 1.01 up to a 2x on top of that. So if you were to sacrifice $5,000, that would turn into $6,000 if you were to use my maximum 20% referral fee. So then that's 6. And because you're sacrificing more than $1,000, then you get up to a 2x. So if you were lucky enough to get a 2x, then you would literally turn that 6 into $12,000. So $12,000 sacrifice. It is literally that simple. Okay. So you don't have to use my link. There's a lot of the guys in the community have links out there. They're sharing them around. I will say, if you are thinking of sacrificing though, use someone's link, because you will get the bonus, and they also get a bonus too. Okay. So if you're thinking about sacrificing, use someone's referral link, because you'll be adding onto your sacrifice. So it's good for you. Okay. There's going to be a lot more content about this coming out. Like I said earlier on in the stream, I'm actually kind of a ways through creating a little video series about this. But Mafia sort of took a bit of focus, so that can push by the wayside, but it is going to be coming and it's going to be out. Don't you guys worry, okay? There's plenty of content out there. Okay, the reason that this hasn't gone fully launched yet is because we need the Oracle infrastructure, right? We need Oracle infrastructures. We basically need Oracle for nearly all of our projects. So when the Oracle comes out, we can actually start to make moves. And not only that, we need to hit the sacrifice number. Okay. I can tell you that the sacrifice, when the sacrifice amount was calculated, which is on screen over here, when that was calculated, that was based on a different price. And I know now that with price action, we basically need, we basically need ETH to do, I think it was, you basically need to do like a 1.7x from here. And then technically we'll kind of hit that sacrifice number. So then if that happens and infrastructure's in place, we are off to the races, boys and girls. Right? I really want to see this work. I really want to see this launch. I really want to see this really do well. Like I've said before, this has the potential to be like a flagship product for Pulse Chain. Not only that, and I say this all the time, and I'm not tired of repeating it at all, eventually, there's going to be projects and protocols on Pulse Chain that get forked over to other blockchains. All right, not necessarily by the people that develop them. Right, we know that forks happen. We need forked infrastructure over here, for Christ's sake. Having protocols on Pulse Chain that have the potential to be forked to other blockchains, not technically by Pulse Chain community people, that in itself is some of the best branding and best marketing that can ever happen for Pulse Chain. And I really believe this project has the potential to be the first, right? Because looking around, I don't really think there are that many other ones out there that can have such a huge impact, because getting an algorithmic stablecoin right is one of the biggest innovations in all of crypto. And if we get this one right, this one gets forked, all eyes on us, boys and girls. All eyes on Pulse Chain. That's when people will really look and say, oh my God, Pulse Chain is actually really doing something really well, right? Because people look over on Pulse Chain, Richard Hart ecosystem, I think it's great. Hex, fantastic. Pulse X, fantastic, right? Even incentive token, I think the way the incentive token gets overlooked sometimes, but my God, great. But really, that Pulse X buy and burn, keep on doing your thing. We're all very happy, and we're going places with it, right? So, so if you're on X, have a look at my pinned post, right? If you're on YouTube, having a look down in the description of this video, there's a link over there. Go and have a look at some of the documentation. If it's something that you're interested in, jump into, again, the Telegram. Telegram is PulseChainUSD IO, I think it is, PulseChainUSD IO, t.me/PulseChainUSD IO. Go and have a look at that. And really, my non-financial advice is, if someone can get an algorithmic stablecoin right, really properly right, jump at the chance. That's my non-financial advice. Okay. Now let's get to the meat and potatoes of the stuff that I love. What is going on here? I don't know if my screen is gone or if it's here. Okay. The meat and potatoes. The meat and potatoes is our beloved Mafia, right? Mafia is absolutely rocking and rolling. I think Mafia, yes, okay. I've been around Jacob ecosystem projects really since Pulsepot was on testnet, right? There's a lot of moving parts. To Jacob stuff, there's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of things going on. And for a lot of people, Mafia is like the new shiny thing, right? And I will tell you right now, this new shiny thing deserves every bit of fucking attention it gets, because this game is going to knock the fucking socks off people, right? I don't like to swear a lot on stream. In real life, I swear a lot. I'm Irish, part of the DNA. right? But I will say, my God, Mafia has the potential to absolutely move mountains, I think, right? Now, we talk about post-chain USD being the flagship product for post-chain. What are the chances? What are the chances that the same development team come up with two protocols that really have the potential to revolutionize what we do and what we see, right? And lo and behold, Jacob and team came up with Mafia, right? I need to. Mafia is absolutely, it's breaking hearts, and it hasn't even launched yet. I mean, it's breaking hearts because I see people arguing about this game all the time, all the time. Anyone that doesn't know, this is Pulse Mafia, right? The Mafia game itself is right now on two blockchains. It is on Pulse and it is on BNB, right? So Pulse Mafia, BNB Mafia. There are plans for it to also launch on the base chain that is coming, and then there are also plans for it to launch on Solana. Base will come first because it is EVM, right? The same, so it's literally plug and play, off you go. But right now we've got the two. They're hell fix the more down drop. Expand on that. Tell me what that means. Fix the more down drop. Right, Mafia is absolutely knocking people's socks off. Right, so the idea of Mafia, anyone that doesn't know, Mafia is a game where you create a character. You can see in the description, in the banner running along here, create character for 2000 Mafia, right? Once you have a character, you can choose to play as a rogue player, or you can choose to join a family, or even start a family. If you choose to join a family, you will find those families on the telegrams, right? A lot of this game is going to be played on telegrams. If you hover over it more, stick on the screen. Oh yeah, okay. So if you choose to join a family, you can see here that you will be able to join what? Okay, big changes. I told you, I've been gone a week. Things change a lot, right? You can go into your telegrams and you can find a family that you want to join, right? Right now, there are, what did we say there was? There are, on Pulse Mafia, there are 19 families, okay? Right now, we can see that we have the top family are called the Yakuza. There, Don is Capone, who we know is Archie. Archie is the person that created the video at the start of this start of the stream. And they themselves, the Yakuza, are part of what we call the Directors. The Director is an allegiance of families that join together to pool resources and try and play the game that kind of way. Okay. Second team are the Gearheads. The Gearheads are the Pulsar boys and girls, right? So that's Gift Tech as well, right? Pulsar and Gift Tech. That is Gifford and Kool-Aid, right? Those boys already, we can see here that they literally, I think it was 2 weeks ago, they set up an allegiance, and their allegiance was with a family called the Deadites, right? The Deadites were the second family that came along, and we can see right now that we've got the Mugnows reloaded, and we've got the Salamancas, right? So we can see already that the Directorate have some real competition coming on, but I do think that those boys are kind of friendly as well anyway, so I don't think there'd be too much drama between those two, especially early doors. But we'll have to wait and see. Okay, so the Director themselves are the Yakuza, the Syndicate, the Hustlers, and the Illuminati. But the Illuminati are not on. The Illuminati are not on Pulse. They're actually on BNB. Okay, so the ultimate goal is in this game is create your character. If you join a family, then really your ultimate goal is to control the vault, right? So the vault is all the taxes from the buy and sell go into this vault, and every week the vault will pay out 10% of its value to the top 5 families. Okay, if the vault payout on a week-to-week basis is increasing, that means that the game is doing well, and that means that places 6, 7, and 8 will also get a percentage fee. I think it's 5%. Yeah, 5% conditional payment will go out to those. If the vault payment on a weekly basis is going down, that means that places 6, 7, and 8 will not be getting a payout from the vault, right? So if you are in a family, that is really your goal. If you are kind of a rogue player, then you can earn by doing in-game tasks. You can do things like heists, you can rob banks, you can rob hot dog vendors, you can smuggle booze and drugs and that sort of thing. But the ultimate goal really is to start earning real money from these vault payments. We can see here right now that the Yakuza, as a top family right now, we can see that their total vault payment every week will be 179 million pulse. I believe that is, I reckon, I mean, I don't know without looking, but I reckon that's probably $6,000 or $7,000 at the moment, based on the price of pulses at the moment, right? Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Actually, that's a bit of a shake-up to me. I'm surprised because I purposely didn't look at that because I knew there was going to be some shake-ups going around. Wow. Wow, so the director have 3 families in the top 5, and the gearheads have 2 families in the top 5, and they also have 2 families. Wow, 6 and 7. Now, in this game, I want to talk about it. I'm going to pretend now that you all know what this is, and I don't have to actually explain the in and outs of the game as we move it, right? Because there's something I want to talk about. I saw on the Telegram that in the marketplace, someone made a mistake when they were putting an item up for sale. They put an item up for sale and they put it, I think they made the mistake of calculating in-game cash versus Mafia. And what they did was they put a business item for sale. I think it was a business item. They put some item for sale and they got pennies on the dollar for what they were basically worth, right? Because they made that mistake. Now, guys, I will tell you, like I said earlier, right? We all have to be adults about this. If you make a mistake, there isn't really anything that can be done, because it would make no sense for Jacob and Tame to it would make no sense for them at all to fix the small little mistakes that people make, right? Even if this one, for example, this one was a pretty costly one. For I think it was actually I won't call out the person's name, right? Who sold or bought, it doesn't matter. That's regardless. If you make a mistake, you really have to be 100% careful before you click those buttons, guys, right? Because if you make the mistake, then they can't be rectified. They won't be rectified. It would set a terrible precedent for Jacob if he's, if people went running to him and said, "Oh, I made a mistake. Can you fix this for me? Made a mistake. Can you fix this for me?" Because that's bad. It leads to bad practice, right? Because people make mistakes. People make honest mistakes, but there are some bad actors out there, boys and girls. There really are. There's some people out there who will probably try to use that to their advantage. Someone who made a decision and then just simply regretted it later, right? So Jacob has to play the game. I'm not saying like he's actually playing the game, but he has to set the game up so it can be played completely fairly. And remember, this is a game of kill and be killed. It's a game of deceit. If you make a mistake, it can cost you dearly. Basically, if you make a mistake in Mafia, it can cost you dearly. So please, 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 for the sanity of everyone, just really think about before you click that button. Okay, that's all I'll say. To the person who lost out on that, I will say personally, sorry, man, that must really sting. That must really sting. That must really sting. I'll just say that, really. To the person that bought it, you seem to have won. Well done. Enjoy it, I guess. Remember, in Mafia, people can come and take things, literally come and take them from you. So you probably got a bit of a target on your back, I would say. So just be careful. Okay. You're playing the game too. So just be careful. Right. But that's kind of it. Yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because there was a lot of going back and forward, and it really did divide the community, and I understand why, right? I understand why. I know what side I'm on. I wouldn't, if it happened to me, I'd be pissed. I'd be heartbroken. I'd be pissed. I'd be pissed. But it's the game. It's the game. Yeah. I wanted to bring up, actually, why can't I bring up my Telegram as a share screen on here? I need to, there has to be a setting, just a simple setting somewhere, but I can't find it. I haven't looked. Okay, let's have a quick look at our beloved vault. What are people going to be sharing? So, wow, look at this. I was going to say vastly, but we're really quickly approaching 6 billion PLS in the vault. Now, I spoke to you guys a couple of weeks ago, and I told you that I have potential 2 families that are going to be joining Mafia. One is on BNB and one is on Pulse. That is still in play, right? That's all still in play. But I was out talking to those other guys. It's a scheduling problem. That's all, right? But there are more families coming. Definitely more families coming on BNB too, right? So we'll have to just wait and see about that. But right now, we know we're waiting for the map update, right? Map is coming. Map is coming. It's coming soon. I was talking to Jacob, and I'm sure he won't mind if I tell you guys that initially the boys had plans to drop the map update on the 15th of this month, which would technically be in 10 days. There's still a few bits to work on, so it's going to be pushed back by a couple of weeks, maybe a bit longer than that. Now, don't hold me to this at all, right? I'm just kind of throwing out numbers. I hope I don't piss anybody off. But yeah, so really, we were so close to get it done. The 15th of this month was penciled in for the launch for the launch of the map update, but it's going to be just a little bit longer. All right, it's going to be just a little bit longer, just a little bit longer. That's all I'll say. All right, so you guys can speculate on that. All right, just a little bit longer, but it's coming, and it's pretty sure it's looking fucking amazing. So yeah, there we go. Right, so that's probably the update. I'm guessing, right? We've been going for an hour and 8 minutes. I'm guessing just that last 2 minutes is probably what most of you guys tuned in for. But thanks for sticking with me anyway. But yeah, map update is coming. Once you have the map update, then people will be able to know where they are and what's going on in terms of how everything looks. They can start to look at all these land tiles. Land tiles are going to be coming soon as well. My God, we're going to see a massive land rush. Marketplace is going to be going crazy again. Those vaults are going to be filling up. Land tiles, right? Jacob was saying earlier, actually, when I was talking to him, he said that they've done a lot of testing on land tiles. I think today and yesterday, last couple of days, and things are looking good. Things are looking really, really good. Actually, I made a note here. What did I say? No, that was it. Really, they were testing out the land crates. They're opening land crates. They were testing out for the rarity and what you're going to get out of them, and are you going to get the hotels, or are you going to get are you going to get a land tile with some decent stuff on it? Like, will you get like the bumper, open a land tile and get a hotel straight away, so you start earning the city inflation straight away, or are you just going to get like a lump of grass that you have to develop literally yourself? Go build a shed and all the way up to a hotel if you get to that stage. So yeah, so map update is coming. So really, I think the takeaway, right, for this, we'll be going for an hour and 10 minutes. I'll cut it down shortly, but I think the takeaways are quick synopsis. Signum Oracle is taking its time, but that's okay. We need to wait and see. We really need to wait and see how it comes back once their audits are done, and we need to wait and see how their RNG is going to work, right? Because we hope, fingers crossed, all things good, that we'll be able to utilize the RNG early on. If there's any more development stuff that's going to happen, might take some time. But look, we have no, well, I mean, we have no effect. We have no influence over what other projects and protocols do. So we just have to wait and see on that one. But I can tell you what I know, you'll know, right? I'll get rid of that. Yes. So Oracle is coming. We need the infrastructure to do a lot of our stuff. We know that, right? Okay, then we can move on to the casino project, right? So casino project, so BNB Pot, Pulsepot, and Pulsepredict, all under one house, all under one umbrella, called onchain.bet. That's going to be happening. So nothing's going to be happening for BNB Pot at the minute, but you can go over there, you can play Jackpot, and you go over there and play Roulette and Powerball, and you can play all the games actually over there right now. Pulsepot, I'm really happy with the amount of jackpots that's going on. People are playing jackpots all day, pretty much all day, 24 hours. I think that's great. That just shows how good that game is. Wow. So that's happening. Pulsepredict, the Mike Tyson fight. You'll be able to bet on that in the next 48 hours, basically. Oh my God, 48 hours. I might even be the first person to bet on that. I will bet on that. Absolutely. Not financial advice, but I will, because I think that's pretty cool, and I think my Tyson will smash him. Then what? Right, so we got the results of the Trump things. So if you're one of the people that actually bet on the Trump Harris election on Pulsepredict, stay tuned. Stay tuned. Right, you got a payment coming soon if you win. So that's pretty cool. Mafia, we know what's happening. Mafia map update is coming. Yeah, that's kind of it. Yeah, guys, I'll say it one more time. Like, subscribe, right? You don't really have to worry about the notification bell if you don't want to. If you want to, do it, right? So yeah, like, subscribe. If you're watching this on X, please, or like follow me, obviously, and retweet this. Retweet, get it out there. Leave some comments down below on all platforms that we're on, so that I can engage more with you guys, and tag people who you think might like some of the protocols that we do. Okay. If you want to reach out to me, you can reach me really anywhere. KvltDeFi, KvltDeFi. It's pronounced cult, as in like cult, as in Hex is the cult. We are the cult, and I am cult. KvltDeFi on Twitter, KvltDeFi on Telegram. Send me a Telegram. Send me a message on Telegram. I am quite active over on Telegram. Actually, if you actually want to get in touch with me, it's really X or Telegram. That's where you're going to find me the most. If it's a thing that you want to reach out to me, there's no such thing as a bad question. I like to say there's no such thing as a bad question. Sometimes some questions are, there's no such thing as a stupid question, I should say, right? Every question's kind of valid in some way. So yeah, reach out. If it's a thing that you want to start a family on Mafia, let me know. Talk to me, and I can give you some advice, right? I am absolutely a neutral party in this whole Mafia thing. I do have characters that are playing. I can tell you right now, anyone's watching this, I am not in a family, and I have no intentions of being in a family, at least for now. Who knows what the future will bring? I have no intentions of being in a family, but I have some characters in the game. I will play my own little game, and that's it. Yeah, that's kind of it, boys and girls. So yeah, like, subscribe. Thanks very much. If you want to donate to the channel, so I can keep doing this stuff all the time, you're more than welcome to. I have a Pulse domain. Do you have a Pulse domain? If you don't have a Pulse domain, get a Pulse domain, right? My Pulse domain name is there, KvltDeFi.pls.fyi. I'll bring you to my little page. You'll be able to see there where you can donate to the channel. Donations are always welcome. Non-obligatory, obviously, but yeah, much appreciated. That's kind of it, boys and girls. Head over to Telegrams. Really, I will see you in the Telegrams. Actually, I have a little outro video for you.
Different where it's an honor.
Got an anonymous tip, boss.
This is it. We stage the heist tonight.
And keep an eye on Kool-Aid.
He's been known to water the plants.
Let's keep the plants out of this and focus on the job.
All right, Johnny, I'm sorry. Keep the change, you filthy animal.